He is about to turn off the lights. There it goes. You probably can't see us now.
Even darker. Good morning from Houston. This is day one in Houston.
And we are getting ready to go out to a cistern. It's sort of like the ones in Istanbul, except it's in Houston. And we're going to take a little photography class.
It is actually a great opportunity to explore the pretty neat area for about 1 hour instead of 30 minutes. Either way, you have to take a guided course anyway.
But first, we're going to breakfast.
We found this place is called the Tacodeli, and from what I understand, this is kind of a local chain here in Texas. This is an Austin-based taco place. We're gonna get breakfast real quick, and then we're gonna go to the Buffalo Bayou, which is about 5-minute drive from here, to start our Cistern Tour. Seems like we don't have time to eat there, unfortunately. It seems a cool place, but we're just gonna take it out to our next destination. Just 6 minutes before our guided tour, so we gotta eat fast.
I asked her to surprise me. Oh, I can definitely see why people go there.
And we just checked in, and it's officially gonna wait until it starts.
Well, good morning and welcome to the Buffalo Bayou Park Cistern. This is a project of the Buffalo Bayou Partnership, which is the nonprofit that's revitalizing Houston's historic waterway. My name's Steve. I'll be leading the tour today, and we'll be also helping out.
So we just learned from our guide that this place opened in 1926 and it was used all the way up till 2007. It has flooded a couple of times, especially during Hurricane Harvey when they were having like 5 to 7 inches of rain. It's built to sustain 2 inches an hour, I think is what it says.
Yes, 2 inches an hour.
But Hurricane Harvey really overloaded the system, so it kind of flooded. And you can see right around the edges where the light starts, that's almost as high as the water went up.
This place is fascinating. We just learned that this whole place holds 15 million gallons of water. Currently, it has 6 inches of water, which is about yay much. And in the full capacity, there's actually about 6 inches of water from the ceiling. Back in 1926, the city of Houston can use this water for about a day and a half. But right now, if the city of Houston uses it just to brush their teeth and have the water running, it's gonna last only for 1 hour. It's just a fun fact how we use a lot of water nowadays. So there's a pipe where all the waters from the aquifer come in to fill up this whole area. And just in case there's any doubt, there are 221 pillars in this whole area, 13 by 17. I was told, I didn't calculate it. This cistern is also a perfect art installation place, and in the past there are a few art installations that is supposed to be pretty cool. I would like to check out what they had. I can imagine that's going to be one of the really cool sights and sound to hear and to experience. Next, our guide's going to give us a few demonstrations with the lights and maybe some screaming session here coming up.
Straight down the seam in the center of the...
He is about to turn off the lights. There it goes. You probably can't see us now.
Even darker.
Start looking at the reflection on the floor there. Keep moving the lights a little bit to keep from getting burned in. And then when I drop the light to the floor, we'll walk beside at the same time. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
So we learned a little bit, unfortunately, but not really, that that was not actually a photography workshop. It was a time that's set aside for photographers to come in and take pictures without disrupting a regular tour.
Actually pretty good. You get some like really solitude time, and I think I can enjoy it more, although we do talk to the guide and learn more about it. Yeah, otherwise the guided tour kind of talk more about history and probably the typical thing that you want to do, but there's like 30 people at max.
Yeah.
And
One of the things that he did talk about was that the BBC came in one day. They were doing a documentary on Jupiter. A location scout thought this would be a great place to interview the experts. So they brought in all their own lighting equipment, turned off all the lights, covered up all the exit signs, and did all the interviews with the experts for that show for their BBC special. So I'm actually going to look that up on Netflix and see if I can find it. Pretty good day, I think.
Yeah,
good start to the morning.
Pretty cool.
Another thing that we totally forgot to tell you, this is the only cistern in the Americas, and it is second only in size to the one in Istanbul. So that's a fun fact. We are at the 1940s Air Terminal Museum. This was Houston's first purpose-built air terminal for commercial flight.
Very exciting time for air travel.
Yeah, sort of like when you're watching the show Mad Men, everyone would get on the plane or whatever with the suit and tie on. But this was the first purpose-built terminal, so let's go inside. Do you think this is real, or do you think it's just a prop? Okay, so we've been told that in just a few minutes, they're going to actually take us out onto the ramp so that we can watch some aircraft take off. We had no idea that we were going to get out onto the ramp and be able to watch these airlines take off. Probably mostly Southwest jets, because that's who's here. We originally thought these were just a few planes parked out here, but these are actually 9 of United's Boeing 747 MAX 8s that are grounded. These planes are just sitting there doing nothing, but they have maintenance that has to be done on them all the time. Their tires need to be rotated. They have to have crews go on and inspect them. And of course they have to pay for the airport parking as well. So these planes are just sitting here empty and are a complete waste of money. But at least they're not flying and crashing.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
This is obviously an Art Deco building, and I think it's just a plane landing. Obviously this is an Art Deco, and they're just really cool because they were built in 1940s, and they're just so detailed. Along the building you can see all these different sculptures of aviation theme, like including planes and how people dress up and cargo. It's just my favorite architecture style.
There's a Southwest flight about to take off, and this will be the closest I've ever been to an airplane that is taking off. Here it goes. Well, I would say that's totally worth it.
Yes, this is such a neat small museum, and I'm so glad we're here. My favorite part is actually just to hear a lot of different airlines I never heard before, such as Flying Tiger Airlines
Yeah.
and then the Trans Texas Airlines.
Yeah, and all of them, that shows like a chart of how they eventually merged up into one big Continental Airlines.
Continental and then United. It's just really neat.
Yeah, my favorite part was actually getting to go out onto the ramp. I didn't think that was going to happen. And this guy came over and said, "You guys want to go out on the ramp?" And I'm like, "Of course we want to go out on the ramp." I think other than going out onto a ramp to board an aircraft, that's about as close I've ever gotten to an aircraft taking off, which is really neat.
So definitely check out here at the Hobby Houston Airport.
$5 to do
$5
this.
and worth every penny.
That's a plane getting a fresh paint job. Oh, look at that. Someone's having a quinceañera. Woo. Quinceañera at the Cistern.
From what we learned, this actually holds 15 million. 15 million, okay. The city of Houston can. This place can hold. Are you coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Water from the 40s.